Hey there, welcome to real-time watercolor painting today. We got two things we're working on mostly today, which is this thing, which is the flower, uh, which we started from life like almost a week ago, and then we took some pictures of it, and we're slowly but surely, well, slowly, I don't know about surely, getting the then we started this yesterday, which is actually a watercolor painting, and I wanted to try to do something different, which is, simplify like the way you're supposed to do a watercolor painting. Anyway, we're gonna jump back into this, and we laid down all these underpainting things here yesterday. We could see the barn has started. We're trying to do this on this small paper, which is, maybe inappropriate. But anyway, I thought the next thing to work on would probably be these trees. Did the sky, we did the snow, and let's just see how that goes. The trees, we want them to be pretty light. We're seeing a mixture of, some brown and some green in the trees, and it start with kind of like this brown. It's a winter scene. The reason I picked this subject is because I grew up in an area that looks a lot like that, and so I can relate to, this, which looks like snow that almost covered grass, and then very often what would happen is the sun would come out in the day. It might get up to 32 degrees or 34 degrees. The top layer of snow would melt, and then form a crust. Underneath would be the snow with the good packing generally, but the crust would be like a smooth thing. And when you get the grass growing through there, you walk on that, it really crunches. And so I can really feel what this snow is. And so that's why I picked this, because there is hills and farms where I grew up, and so this could, I don't know where this is picture is actually from. I think it is actually from the UK, from what I saw online, but I can relate to it, and that to me is kind of an important thing. Painting from photo is to be able to relate to it somehow. I mean, there's all these, I got that book, which we've been working out of, like these two paintings here are from this book called Landscape Photographs for Artist Reference. And, but, having something you can really relate to, I think, is an important aspect of painting from a photograph. So anyway, this is gonna be, say, this tree right here, and I don't want to do any, try a line, I guess, for that trunk, and let's try another line, and let's see. In my imagination, we were gonna get this whole spread, but obviously we were not going to get the whole spread. So anyway, let's check this. Now let's switch it up to a green, and this color, which is a thing that is like burnt umber, but it leans green, and I think that'll be perfect for our darks. This like roughage here. So I'm going to see. And here's another tree way up there. I don't know if we really want to paint that tree. I don't know. Why not? Okay. It's a little bit dark. Lighter. Okay, and then over here. So, I don't want to get real dark here. Just get a couple of punctuating moments in here. And, let's try to get a lighter green up here. I don't know if that looks good. It might look kind of dumb. I don't know. Try to remove a little there. That's cool. And so okay, that's nice. So we get some greens over here, and they got some super fine detailed greens right there, which I guess we should try to you know, I don't know what the heck this green is anyway. I mean, in this kind of snow conditions, that really would not be very much for green in this thing. Maybe it's a bit of poetic license. I don't know. I'll try to add some blue in there just to contrast. And I want to get I did have a great brush for a super fine line, but I cannot find it anymore. This is not it, I don't think. This is from the same group of brushes. Let's see what kind of line we can get here. And where is my chibi test strip? All right, well, that's pretty fine line, so let's use this. It's not the one I was, not the one I had, but I guess it's gonna do the job. So we want to get a lot of fine lines in there. Let's just see if we can't get them to. I'm gonna try to get into like a darker. See, I don't like this brush because it's got all these, you know, it's like spraying out. And I really don't know if doing this kind of detail work is appropriate here, but we're doing it anyway because we are painting intuitively. Hey, thanks very much for those 2 compliments. Wow, 3 thumbs ups. That's great. Thanks so much, everybody. That's really great. Anyway, I'm trying to get some kind of darks in here. So. And then we gotta get those shadows in, which I think it was gonna help a lot when we start doing those shadows. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get some of these hairline. Okay. There's a couple little things here. So this is really supposed to be brown, so I'm trying to do this tree right here. And now we're going to try to, let's see, I guess up here we could try to get a couple more. As far as doing dots for, you know, all these trees, like this whole area here is dots, and I've been working on this many hours, and I did notice yesterday that it is kind of building form and looking half decent. So, you know, basically, you know, everything here is like just, you know, groups of dots. You know, I started with some big stuff, but everything else is like groups of dots, and it's working out, I guess. So for that reason, I am, you know, boldly continuing the theme of just painting a bunch of dots and thinking that's going to somehow translate into distant foliage. Let's see, I don't know what the heck here. I guess we're just going to try to. Okay, and maybe right here we could do kind of a thing. Okay, I don't know if that's good. No idea. Well, we're gonna find out. Anyway, so it's supposed to be distant trees, and now I want to. I think we gotta. Let's just kind of go a little bit more right here. I don't know what that is supposed to be. I mean, I guess that looks okay. This is the crest of the hill, is right here. I guess I did not articulate that very strongly. Let's see, just about here. I'm gonna see about getting some like golden. Get some of these things. Let's see what happens if we attempt to make these things. So these are like dry grass sticking through a crust of snow. So here, I mean, I got this one green gray, and I do intend to paint a lot of layers on top of this, but this is going to be our starting point for this level. Then we're going to do, that's this level. We're going to do another level up here, but we're going to use a different tone, which I guess is going to be lighter and just more of a yellow gray. And we're going to try to keep this as, that looks okay. We're going to try to keep this as like the bold. They're all kind of looking good. Let's see if we can get a couple more of these things. Okay, and then this. All right, looks good. Now we're gonna see about, I guess, a lighter version of that. So here I'm doing yellow and Payne's gray. And interestingly, I saw a thing some time back about a limited palette, which was red, black, yellow, white, and the way you make green with that palette was yellow and black, and it turns green. And that's what I just did here. It's not black, but yellow and Payne's gray, and it does have kind of a green lean, that's for sure. So anyway, I'm gonna see. Let's see if we can't put some more. I don't know. Let's see about just a couple of things right here. So that's gonna hopefully be more contrast and appear closer to the viewer. Looks pretty good. Now we're gonna. I think we're gonna grab a bigger brush. We had fun doing a lot of tiny details, and well, I guess we kind of want to have some kind of tiny details right over here. So just to, I think we just. Just to mark the spot where we're saying is the right hand corner. I do not want high contrast that close to the edge. So let's see if we can just see about making that whole thing lighter. Okay, now it's lighter. So that's a little bit more subtle, I guess, and I guess we can actually put like a bit of gray. Let's just say this is going to be the let's say that's the horizon. Now I want to just put a pale blue right here. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It could be distant hills, but whatever. I just wanted to make the transition right here more wishy-washy. And you know, it looks a little better. And now we're going to try to hit these shadows, which are a big part of so mixing this brown and this blue, hoping to get kind of a strong blue lead in a shadow that's, you know, kind of gray, but has a strong, it's a gray that identifies as a blue. How's that for an explanation? All right, that's a big brush here, but we're gonna just go for it. I guess we try right here to start. And so we're gonna try to come up here. And the actual website, this is a YouTube channel that that gives photographs and then has, I guess, famous artists that paint from the photographs. And you know, in my real-time watercolor painting today, you know, recap of yesterday, I showed that website kind of. That's good. All right, so that looks okay. I mean, I don't know if it really looks great. I'm gonna go same color, but grab this a bit of bonus blue. Let's come here. So I don't know if that really looks great, but you know, whatever. I'll lay down this paint boldly. And this is this area, whatever that is supposed to be. And now we need, I'm gonna get a darker version of this, and this is gonna be a big swath of shadow coming across here. And this I want to really lean into the blue. That's not very good blue, but you know, I'm in a hurry here and we gotta get serious, especially with this part. So here I'm gonna just come up here, and then this color I have would be better suited for this grayish that's right here. I'm just trying to once again grab more blue and come in here. All right, that's blue, that's for sure. And this got to disappear into nothing. This here, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna see about the dry brush effect. Didn't work. Here I'm gonna try to come out here. This is just to have this kind of disappear. Now I want to get into a more of a gray to give a shadow right here, and that's going to be the shadow at the more green in that than I really would like. But here, just take a blend here, water, and just try to bring that together. Now I'm going to get a brown, and I want to mix the brown with just a mixture. This is going to be a mixture of Van Dyke brown and burnt umber, although neither of those paints are on my palette. These are unusual unusual name paints of Daniel Smith. So here I'm going to get that. You see that white highlight? We're just going to outline that. And here I'm going to see about a little bit that's not really good, but not bad either. And then down here I'm going to lean heavier into the reddish brown, and let's see if we can't come right here, go here, and a bit right there, why not? And here there's like a little barrel. I don't even know if we want to mess with that. I'm going to try a little bit here, so call this an underpainting. And that, and now I'm going to try to spread this out right there, and that is a good spread, thank you. And I wonder if we got anything here. No. This, we can soften that whole line. That looks okay. We need a dark up here. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. Here we go. We need this to be pretty intense. That's not really intense at all. Should give that another try. Okay, that's better. And it should go down to here. And then get another little line right there. Okay, thank you. And then this, I think we can go up here to just kind of pull this up. And that looks good. And this should not be here. I mean, I wish that this was different paper, because if it was, we could do this. Rub this with water and it would disappear. I don't know if this is going to disappear. Let's see. Oh, it is kind of slightly maybe going to disappear. Let's see. Oh, it disappeared more than I thought it would. So, all right, congratulations. The Stonehenge Aqua Cold Press 140 pound has, and I don't see, oh yes, cotton, has got a 90% on this quiz, which is, can I erase a little bit of paint on your, that I painted yesterday. So that's cool. Okay, now I gotta somehow switch to this brush, which is perfectly fine. My newest brush, I got that for Christmas. I thought it was this kind of brush here, which is the Treckle Protege, but it's actually the Treckle Golden Talcon. And, you know, it's good. I don't know, I don't remember what it's for, what they make it for, what they suggest to do with it, but it's okay. I mean, not great, but it's okay. And here, I'm just going to come down here, and as you see, I have hinted at some red now on this, for this silo here, just to, I don't know why. I don't even think it looks that good, but I'm just trying to get, that does not look good at all. Well, you know, so what, underpainting. And now we need to get a nice yellow cream color. So for yellow cream, I hardly ever use white in watercolor, but just to speed this thing up, I'm going to use some white and see if we can't get a yellow cream using white, because there's this one color of Daniel Smith I really like called titanium, buff titanium, which is white with a super light hint of yellow and a definite subtle lean of green, and I really like that color. So now I'm going to see what we got with our Chibi tester, and that looks great. Look at that. Wow. All right, now we're talking. So I'm going to hit that a little bit right here. Looks good. I'm going to put a little here. Oh yeah, wow, nice job. Okay, and there should be some right here too, why not? That looks great. And how about the barn while we're here, like maybe right here? And then this has got a little house here. I'm gonna see about just, that has got, you know, a definite yellow, a yellow lean, and I'm gonna see, make a gray yellow, which I gotta do off this side because, all right, here I'm gonna just go here. That's good. Okay, cool. And then this got to lean into beige as it goes across. Here's a little bit of kind of a reddish color. That, let's see if that does anything. And this is the little house that is in front of the barn, and that looks pretty nice. And then down here is a shadow. We gotta get that shadow. Okay, so this area is this area right here. And now I'm gonna try to hit that shadow. I guess we have adopted a brush, which is the number 8 Golden Talcon. So it's this thing here. This, we're gonna make it with a blue for sure, but we want to go into a gray where it's not going to silicon. Okay, but it's got a little more yellow than I would really want. Let's see down here. And let's get out the old GB test strip here and see what, this is looking pretty good, right? All right, looks good enough. Let's just hit it. So we're gonna try to do that shadow with this concoction we just made. And we're trying to do a big area. It could be a little bit in the middle. I guess this is really, it ends right here. So try to blot up that edge. Okay, so it really ends right there. And I'm gonna put that roof in. I'm gonna grab our fake buff titanium, and let's see right here. That's good. And I'm just gonna come right here. Okay. This, we're just gonna say this is the left side of the wall. I mean, if this was, I don't know if I could say that's the south side, but it's definitely that side of the wall. Okay, cool. And now Is this dry? Not really. It's a little bit dry. I'm going to try to get ourselves just like a brown gray, which I guess is essentially going to be a warm gray. To just do this, I want to get lean strongly into a burnt umber attitude on this gray. And does that look like a warm gray with a burnt umber attitude? Yeah, to me it does. So let's just say, okay, we there. Here I'm going to just try to hit that. Good. And we want to get a shadow here. Thank you. This is going to be a dark after a minute, but we're not going to try to do it now. Here we're going to try to get this line. And then here, this is going up here. And that. And I think we'd like to get rid of this right there. Let's see if that could just disappear. Yes, it did. And here. And this. Gotta be gone. Good. And then here, this should be a light highlight. Let's see if we can get that. Good enough. We're going to come back with a really tight line right here after that's all that dries. And then we have this shadow here, which is kind of disappearing. We need that to be a little bit more strong. So I'm going to try to reinforce the shadow. And here is, I guess this would probably be a good time to paint that doorway. There's a window here and a doorway, and at one point we're gonna have to paint that. I don't know if this is that point. You know, we got this shadow here, which is a little darker on the top, gets lighter. There's an object in front, which I don't even think we're gonna try to paint. Here, this is looking okay. Here, I'm gonna just try to go a little deeper on this shadow here. And then this has a kind of a thing. I'm trying not to go all the way up to here because I don't know why they left that part of the roof to the imagination in my reference, so I might as well do the same thing. Now I'm going to see, I'm just going to make a random, this is like a red mixed with gray. I'm going to try to put in the, this, and there's a window here. There's a slate window there, and then here is a door which is slightly kind of fudged in there, and I'm going to sort of blot the whole thing up to, okay, good. And then this is a kind of a focal point, and then for some reason there's a kind of a thick thing here, and then there's that object which we're not going to paint, and now I'm going to use another thing here. And you know, is this good? I have no idea. And where else we got a high here we can, this is supposedly the barn, so I don't know why it would be shaped like that. And then here I'm going to just try to very lightly come right here. Good. And then here we want this to be like the top of the silo, and down here a more profound thing. I don't know if that's a part of the silo or and now let's see if we can just kind of do a loose gray right there. Thank you. And then this. Try to come down there with a stronger shadow, but I want to get kind of a highlight right here. So there it is. And then out here we gotta go kind of, I don't want to say yellow, but I'm gonna try just kind of a yellow ochre, very, very timid. Let's see what that does. Okay, I just want to push this around to be that does not match my expectation, but it's okay, I guess. And I'm gonna go with a stronger brush here. I want to soften this whole center area. This will be test number 2 for the paper. If we can lift off a lot of that, and I don't know, get a bit of B- for that. And now we're gonna just see if we can't get a little bit of character into there. That looks good. And then here, I don't know, to cover some of this up, make it a little more subtle. And up here, I don't know, we really want to get the Van Dyke brown mixed with burnt umber to be the negative space right here behind the silo. Let's see if that works. It looks good. So my question is, does this look like it's behind that? Yes, that's what we're trying to accomplish here. You know, and try to go with that brown, same brown up here. Oh, that looks nice, right? So you come down here also. That sort of has some depth in a way. I wish they could blend this a little bit more. That looks pretty good. And so here, and then likewise for right here, I'm gonna try to just get a little bit more gray right there. And that looks pretty nice, except it's too hard of an edge, so I'm just gonna go there and try to pull out this highlight once again. And then here, we want to get a little bit of yellow right here. Say anti-yellow. Okay, I guess we can come up here with that yellow. Okay, does that look good? You tell me. Let's see about that. Just bounce this around a little bit. All right. Okay, then we need a little more detail in that barn. We'll jump back into the small brush. I think we're going okay here, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Anybody got an opinion? We have not advanced any thumbs up, that's for sure, but, you know, we can't be saying our painting is good or bad based on how many thumbs up we get, right? Okay, and come here, 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 okay, and it's got this, and I want to go right there. This is a more profound shadow, and up here, I don't know why it does that, but we're doing it anyway, that, and this is got to be a sharp dark right there. And there we have accomplished that, and now let's see if we can't still maintain a differential right here. All right, looks good, and now let's see if we can't just say, hi, we are the window, hi, we are the door, hey, we are a little window here. Okay, that's good. I don't know what this thing is here, a barrel or something. I'm gonna just break down and put some brown here for whatever that thing is. So then, if like historians are gonna look at this, they're gonna say, aha, he put in the Fradistan. See right there. So yeah, right, okay. I don't know what that is. Maybe yeah, there's a photograph I have of this. I mean, it looks like a barrel, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a barrel in my painting, that's for sure. I guess I try to make it lighter. It didn't go lighter. And try to make it more subtle. Put some water, blot it. Okay, whatever it is, I don't know if it's getting more subtle, but it definitely is making an impression. All right, I want to get a shadow that goes under there, so I'm just going to come here and here's a shadow that goes up here. See if we can't hit that. And then it comes down here and kind of blends out, but I think we're good with that. And then here, up here, there's a shadow behind. I'm going to see if we can't hit that shadow behind. So this is negative space. That is telling us that the just trying to get a kind of a blue. So there's a shadow which we might not be able to register as a shadow because a lot of the shadow is over the other side. So I'm just going to try to sort of blend up here, and then we're going to come down in here. And let's try to get this. This is all negative space behind the structure of the barn, and we are trying to say we're a shadow. And now I want it to fade up here a little bit, because that is an awkward kind of position. Now I want this to blend seamlessly into the negative space, which is alleged to be the shadow that is behind the barn. And then down here, let's see if we can't get this to. So then this you can just do an outline, which I hate to do an outline. Okay, now I want to reinforce the shadow down here, which should really be a shadow leaning intensely into brown. So let's call that a shadow leaning intensely into brown. There we go. And we want to come up here. Let's go there. And good. And then we need a thing up here, which is actually goes all the way to there. And I guess we could also put some brown right there. Looks good. Here we want to blend that. I don't know if that looks good, but we definitely want to blend it over here to get an area where it diffuses. And there, it definitely diffused. Now we just try to blend all this. And try to come down there. Could put a dot or two down here. That looks okay, kind of in a weird way. And I don't know. Let's see about just coming here and say, can we be part of the silo? And I guess we want a much tighter bottom line here, so that looks good. Okay, much better. And here, and then we put just a little line right there. Good. That's nice. Is there any place else we can put a line like that? Because that really helped us out. Yes, that would be good. And okay, we're going places, I guess. I don't know. Maybe this even could be called done. Let's see about a very light blue. Just up here to say, hi, I am the crest of the hill. Let's see. We should just try to get a murky green, just kind of go across here. And hit some right there. It's looking okay. I think, I don't know. And now we need kind of a green yellow. And we're gonna just try to dry. No, that's not all what we want. I think it's close, but not excessively close. I don't even know why it is. I have to look back at the photo. Why is there yellow there? And then we want a gray right here. Let's see if we can master that. That looks okay. And then we want more blue in the bottom. And that is a good looking blue for the bottom. Oh, look, there's a person there, but it's not in my line of view. That'll look good suddenly. Wow, I managed to try some of that right here because that really was a big help. Okay. All right, gosh, I'm gonna call it done, but it looks ridiculous, but why not? So, does that look done? No idea. I guess the trees look kind of nice. I don't know. Thanks a lot for everybody who came by. Appreciate the positivity and all that. See you next time, real-time watercolor painting.